It's just that I don't have a laptop. If not, I would have kickstarted my trading journey. The question I'm asking you now is, do you necessarily think you need a laptop to be a trader? I want to show you on this video how I do my technical analysis only with my mobile phone with TradingView. And alongside the journey, whether you're a beginner trader or you're a pro trader, stick around because there are hidden features in TradingView which I will show you how to operate them step by step today. So the context of this video is to show you how to do your analysis on your phone and using only TradingView. So what are you waiting for? This is your boy PhilFX and let us kickstart.
All right, traders, welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited to have you here. This is Field FX. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to give your own comments. So today we are going to be analyzing the charts, and alongside me showing you how to use TradingView to do your technical analysis on your mobile phone. And remember, this is my own TradingView on my mobile phone. So let's check in. Now the first thing you see at the left hand side of your phone, which is it is our watch list, just under the trading view label. We see the list of the currency pairs that are in my watch list. We have the Euro USD, the GBP JPY, the USD JPY, USD Swiss francs XAU USD, and all the like. But today let's focus on USD card. Then after USD card, when you are going towards the right, you can see the 1 and W that represents time frames. With trading, in order for you to that means in order for you to have a clean direction of where the market is heading to, you cannot depend on one time frame. So it's good enough for you to move to the higher time frame to see the overall direction, to the lower time frame to see the immediate trend direction, and that you use your time frames. From the time frame, we have time frame ranging from the 1 minute time frame even up to the 6 months time frame, depending. So you can customize your own, and you see up to even the 12 months time frame. So that's basically the use of the time frames. And then now after the time frame, that's the 1W. Then the next icon you see is the one with the pencil. It's like a pencil. Here is where your drawing tools are being found. Sometimes you probably would have been wondering, these lines that we usually draw on the charts, you see the horizontal line here. So if I click on the horizontal line, you see how I apply it on the chart. So this is the horizontal line, and this one we usually use it to mark out. So we use the horizontal line to mark out the zones, our key support and resistance level on the chart. Like you see me mark out that zone now. So now I'm going to illustrate to you exactly how that zone works. So I would use my path. So from the path, we can see the all-time high where the market went to, and then it came down to this support zone there, and market pushed back up to this level, then came back strongly and broke below this level back down to this point here, and then market push back all the way now to this point that has become a resistance level and push now all the way to the downside. So that's just the use of the horizontal line, and that tool I'm just from using is called the path. It's called the path. So that is how and what we use it for. So from there now we are going to advance to another technical tool which we will be looking forward to. So with the part, one thing I want to show you how to can increase the thickness so that you can see it more clearly on the chart. So you can see it how it is being, you see the thick line, that thick black line. It demonstrates to you how the trend was moving, and that's the use of the tool. Remember, I'm trying to show you how the tools they are being used here. So from the path now, we can see this another, they call this the ray line. Is it the ray line or so? Yes, that's it. It's just another way of, it's like a horizontal line too, but is that this one goes but halfway. It starts from maybe from where you place it, and then towards the front. It's not completely like the first one that we took. So that's still another one there. So now we are using now the rectangle. These are Fibonacci retracement tools. So for those who use Fibonacci retracement tools, this is the Fibonacci retracement tools. Some of us who do price action usually rely on the 50% retracement. We have the discounts and premium. So but this is not what the video is all about. So another thing which we look forward to is our long and short positions. These are one of the most important tools which you need as far as you are trading. Whenever I see long, it talks of a buy. So should, in case you wanted to take a buy position from here for it to reach at that support zone up there, a resistance level, you are going to use. But a long position, I know most of you have been seeing this, you see traders using it, you think that it's not magic. That is how it is being used. So you just, it's a way of illustrating that okay, market, I want it to go up there. So the opposite of long is short. That means it's a sell position. So if you wanted to take a sell position from this point here down to this level, that's where you are going to position, and that is a short position. So that's how they basically use them. When it's long, it's going for a buy. When it's short, we are looking forward to a sell. So now after long and short position, the next tool we are looking forward to, it will be our zones, which we are going to use the rectangle. The rectangle represents our zone. This is how we use it. You see this zone down here. Market came there, rejected back to the upside, came again, rejected back to the upside again, and the third time still rejected. So that significantly becomes a zone. So the zone now is more thicker than a line. That is why we use a zone. So from the zone now, we have many other tools like the curve, which we are about to demonstrate how we use it now. With the curve, is just a way of illustrating that, okay, if I want price to come back into this zone and push up there, what do I need to do? I'll have to take my curve then and position it there, then readjust it. You see, I draw it back into that zone. It is a way of me demonstrating that when market gets into this zone, I want the market to push back up to that resistance point. So that is basically the use of the curve. That's basically the use of the curve. So it just demonstrates the way you pre-anticipate that market should move. That is the use of the curve. And beyond the curve, there are many other tools there, like you see the measuring tool, the eraser, the keep drawing, and all of that. They hide this, but we are going to examine them one after the other. So the one we are taking now is our ruler. We just took the ruler, and with the ruler, it is being used to measure the amount of pips per position. And knowing that we are on a weekly time frame, so we definitely will cover a long, that is an enormous amount of pips within a very short movement. And we can see that is that just from this zone up to that trend line up there, we have 576.4 pips. That is how massive that zone is, because we are on the weekly time frame. So that's how much that can cover. So that's basically the use of the roller to measure the amounts of pips that you are going to work with. So now we are going to be looking forward to another trading tool, which probably will be we have the eraser, we have the keep drawing, we have the hide drawing, and okay, let's see which one we are going to be using now. The hide drawing, you see the way when I took the hide drawing, it immediately hide all the technical analysis, all the tools that are on the chart. The moment I unclick it, you see all of them back, they are on display. So the hide drawing is just basically to, you know, clear off your charts, and not that you have actually cleared them. So you know the word, you hide, you're hiding them, and that's how it is. They have the lock all drawing. When you press the lock all drawing, it automatically locks all drawing on your charts. Even if you mistakenly press the delete button, it will not be deleted unless you unlock back. That is how that one works. Then with the magnet, we use the magnet in such a way that if you want to use more trend lines and you don't want to go there time and time again, you just click on magnet and you begin to click on the trend lines. They will start appearing one after the other. And we have remove all objects. The remove all objects is just like that's a powerful delete button. So when you press it, you automatically delete all the drawing tools that you have here on your charts. So that's how that works. And then you go to the next icon now, which talks about indicators. This one with 4 dots. When you click, these are basically for people that they are indicator based traders, but a person like me, I do top down analysis, so I don't see use of using indicators. And for those who don't know what indicators are, with indicators you have the moving averages, we have the Bollinger Band, we have the ASEAN zone, we have whatever. There are so many. So but I would never recommend people to use indicators. But then if indicators work for you, then you go ahead with it. Then we have strategies and all of that, still falls under the indicators and stuffs. Then thereafter I have profiles, then we have patterns and all of that. So with the patterns now, you see things like the bearish flag chart pattern is the bullish flag chart pattern. You see the cup and handle. So these are basic chart patterns that usually occurs within the chart. So when you take time to spot out these chart patterns, they stand the ability of reoccurring again, and whenever this occurs, you stand the ability to have a good trade. So this is just the use of chart patterns. Spot out things that market did in the past that you expect them to do again. Whenever they happen again, you know that okay, this is a good probability for me either to go buy or to go sell, to go long or to go short. So that's how it basically works. So now we're gonna be heading to there are so many of them. There are just so many of them. So now after that we have to look at the next object, which definitely should be this icon that shows up and down button. So this is where you have to log in your brokerage account if you want to link it directly to the trading view. So that's basically what that option stands for. If you are using, I don't recommend brokers, the ones that you know that is reliable for you, you go with it. Then the next icon in the middle, we have the plus button, which is our watch list. When you want to add currency pairs to your watch list, like on our watch list now, you can see the USD card. This is where you click, and then you add your these things and stuff like that. Then this one now is the bell. You see that bell icon, that one stands for when you this is something very important. Sometimes most of us don't have time to be on the charts for a long period of time, but you want when your setup validates, how will you be signal that your setup has been validated? There is a means to do that by clicking on this clock. You can set the time like an alarm clock, that whenever my setup validates and comes to this point, the market should let me know. Market should let me know so that I can get in and take my trade. But then there are equally some other alternative functions you can do, like maybe using buy stop, sell stop, and all these other orders. So it can still be a substitute depending. So if you want to use this one, you enter here, you will see create alert. Create alert. When you click on create alert, now it opens. Then now you see at it's open, now you have the price. You have the price up there, so you have to set at what price do I am I waiting for price to get into before the signal. Though you place in the number there, and then you come back down. Now how do I want it? Is it when price is crossing up, crossing down, or is just crossing? So you demonstrate, that means you give them an explanation of what you want. When price gets there, what should price do for them to alert you that price is there? That's how detailed it is, and it is very very important. So for those who are not always on their screen like me, that I think that will work best for you. This one does not apply whether you're a beginner trader or a pro trader. That is something that will really help you and cure you from FOMO, the fear of missing out, which you go ahead doing something else and you are just afraid that okay, what if I want to come that this trade have gone away and I did not take the entry and all of that. So that automatically cures you from that. So after this one, now the thing we are gonna be looking at will be candlesticks. That the chart, the one that shows two candles. Then now you can see the bars, we can see the candles, we can see the halo candles, and the many, you can see the volume candles. There are so many. Many traders here think that forex trading is only based on using candles, but that is not true. Because let me tell you a little bit of story about how these things evolve. We have the bar, which represents the bar charts before the candles, and even before the candles came into play, we have the line charts. But you know, I don't want to go into much details about this. If you want us to go into history how this thing happened, you comment and we are going to treat that. But the most accurate one is the candlesticks, because why? They give you a clear open and close price. Secondly, they give you the high and the low of each candle within a particular period of time. So they are the ones mostly recommended. And these are not all that they are. There are so many others. We have the area, the line chart, we have there are so many, but the most preferable and recommended for all traders is usually the candlesticks. So you see how I click the bar chart and you see how my charts completely turn into bars, and they are the way they are. So but with this, it cannot give you detail of everything that happened within this period of time. So if I click now to, let's say, the line chart, you see how it flows. It will give me the area of the candlesticks ignoring the wicks of the candles. That's the high and low and all of that. So there are so many. There are just so many, as you can see on the board there. But the most preferable of all is the candlesticks. That's the one that most of us use and is very recommended. So as I click back on the candlesticks, it brings it back to normal how it was. So then this next tool now that is pointing to the left is the backtesting tool, and this one only applies to those that have paid for the application. If you haven't paid for this application, you won't be able to use that tool. So that's the tool mainly used for backtesting. Backtest, and it's very important, you know, when you spend time to backtest, you reanalyze your strategy and you build confidence in your strategy and all of that. So that tool is very, very important. So from the tool now, we are going to head on to the next one, which is now this one in the middle here. It shows the list of all the tools that I've been able to use. That one is like a stacked up box. It shows the list of all the tools that I've been able to use in all of those other when I was analyzing the charts and all of those things. This is where they are, and you can see the delete button. If I click all the delete button, you see that all of them will be deleted, all of them, all of them, all of them, without even leaving out one. You see how my charts has become clear. That's the use of that stack of box. That's my own name, I'll call it. Then these three dots here, they represent if you are someone, you always see some of these professional traders when they are using their laptop, they are being able to share their screen to operate two different currency pairs on the same screen. That is where we use that one. But you can also use it on your phone. But the issue here is with TradingView, you must pay the application before that option is being open for you. So that is the main thing with that one. So that's just the option to define your charts, so you can even open like maybe 3 currency pairs on the same screen. So that is that. So the next thing I'm going to show you here is your ability to enlarge your screen and reduce it using that you know, that square is like a square button. Also, when you tap on it, you enlarge your screen. Then this other one just beside it is your ability to take screenshots on your phone to download your chart. Maybe you had your setup, it was a good setup, and you wanted to download it so that maybe some time ago you can still review it, and you know, you are going to use that button here, that button that is like like an envelope pointing upward. So that's the one you're going to use for a screenshot or downloading your charts. Then now we are going to be heading to something very, very important here, which I believe it will be the aspect of you customizing your charts to suit your trading style. You know, many people run away from the red color because, you know, red color seems frightful and all of that. So they usually like user-friendly colors. Like me, I prefer the blue color and I prefer the black color. So I will change my bearish candles to be blue and my bullish candles to be black. So you see how you modify the options. This is where you see from the body now to the borders and to the wicks. So that's the borders. And then we go now to the wicks of the candle. You maintain the same color for all of them. If not, the body will be blue while the wicks are red, which will not be nice. So after this modification, if you go back to my candle, you see now, instead of having the usual red and green, I'm having now the blue and black, which is for me more user friendly than the other candles. So this is how my charts looks like. So that's how you can on your own customize your charts to look the same way. So we still have a lot to show, but the video will be too lengthy. But if you are getting value for the content, please don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you will be notified when next we drop another video. So these are other things here. If you go to more settings, there are a lot of features here that you can set on your chart. There are a lot. You can set that means the price icon behind the chart. You can, you know, there are just a lot of them. There are just a lot of them, but they are simply to maneuver around it. Just go to settings, go to more settings, and you can see all of these formats here on your screen. So that is how it basically works. This is your boy FieldFX, and please, I highly recommend, if you get more value from my content, please, and all your questions, please make sure you comment. If you have a question or a video which you don't have a perfect understanding of it and you want me to do it again, please make sure you drop a comment. Then I will be able to respond to you. So